2-0 win, man. Happy with that. Could have been more, should have been more.
Yeah.
But, you know, we did what we needed to do, got the 3 points. The team played really well. A lot of control over the game, a lot of domination, a lot of chances created. And the only thing missing today was more goals.
Yeah, exciting football today. Really, really exciting, man. I can't believe I'm surprised how well we came out today. I mean, I feel like maybe Sean Dyche was a little bit naive, that the Everton line was so high up. But the way that we had our team set up today was like a perfect counterbalance to what they were trying to do. They were high up. We had Bruno in deep areas, and he's so good at starting those counterattacks for us. Brilliant set of long passes over the top. Anthony getting opportunities, getting joy. Rashford getting joy. Couple one-on-ones over the first 11 minutes or so, Flex.
Yeah.
And we should have been, like you're saying, the goals was what was missing today, you know. And when you look at us in the table, you know, we're the only team in that top 6, top 5 that haven't got maybe double figures goal difference. Everyone else is 25, 30. So we really need to be scoring more goals. Everyone was rash in front of goal, funny enough, pun intended.
Yeah,
Rashford was a bit frantic.
Just snatching at the chances, isn't it? The two where Rashford's clean through, you're thinking, oh, he's got to score.
Yeah.
The Anthony ones, you're like, oh, I got to score.
Great assist by David De Gea.
Yeah. Well, you know, listen, I don't want to talk about that.
Right.
I don't want to talk about that.
I can't you go, bro. I can't you.
You could talk about it if you want, but no, I'm joking. No, it's true though. Another ball. I mean, listen though. I mean, it was hardly. And I always want to defend the hair, but one kick straight. Everton wide open. Yeah. One thing you don't attribute with a Sean Dyche team is being that open. Yeah. You know what I mean? And literally, Maguire hit one where for Rashford where he was clean through, where it was a clearance, but all of a sudden Tarkowski Coleman misses it, then Tarkowski can't win the foot race. They were just so open, but we just kept creating chances after chances after chances.
Credit to our kind of mentality
exactly.
as well. Our approach to the game, we wanted to fight for everything. Anthony was fighting. Sancho was even fighting at times, man. And maybe not winning the fights against Coleman, but we're still there competing. I think Sancho was good today. And I don't usually say that about him, you know. He wasn't willing to take people on a 1v1, but in the tight spaces, in the pockets, he's brilliant, man. I think, again, Ten Hag really set us up to allow players to do what they've done well. Scott McTominay today was brilliant, but it's not like he was part of the build-up phase. Bruno handled that. Bruno take care of the passing with Martinez.
And puts a bit to McTominay further forward.
Just further forward and focus on making those late runs into the box. I mean, the Times has run well for the first goal to open the scoring for us. And we were doing that a lot of Pickford, you know, we want to talk about goalkeeping displays, Flex. I think Pickford was brilliant today.
He made a lot of big saves.
Lots and lots of big
saves.
Some
that I'm annoyed that we allowed him the chance to make a save, because I think you should bury that or hit a corner. But yeah, he did make some big saves.
Really, really good saves. And that first half for me, the display of the team, to only have 1-0 as the result, I was really worried. I was thinking, okay, 0-0 is going to be, you know, Sean Dyche might just try and throw everything at it and cause us a bit of a problem.
Scott comes through.
1-0. Second half now, we kind of just tailed off a little bit, man. The impetus from the game died off. I think Bruno was dynamic throughout the whole game and was running about the pitch everywhere, but it kind of tailed off a little bit.
He didn't have as big an influence as he did in the first half. Similar to the Brentford game. In the first half against Brentford, he was really good.
Yeah.
And the second half, again, sort of tailed off, but his effort levels and just being in the right positions, he absolutely did that.
Yeah. Fantastic player, really. Fantastic player today. Tony Marshall, when you're talking about influence, comes on, and we were talking about it before on the Full View Extra, in terms of can he, this mini season, the next 14 to 16 games, can he have an impact? And a lot of us were saying, yes, straight away, you know, offers us an impact. And done it away from home as well against Everton. It was a small cameo. I think he got injured in that game.
He did, yeah.
And we're talking about Rashford's injury. I'll come to that as well. But I think Marcel played well, and we need him now for the next mini season. That is 15, 16 more games at the end of the season.
On Rash, he obviously did come off with an injury, but he got 2 assists today. 2 assists, you know, it wasn't his day in front of goal, but still impacted the game and laid on 2 goals. But we're just praying that it's not a lengthy one.
Bro, I don't know. I would love someone to show me the percentage of goals that he's contributed to Man United this season. It must be in and around the 40s to 50%. And it's going to be difficult now in front of goal for us. Like I was saying before, it's only our goal difference is like 5. We haven't scored a lustrous amount of goals this season. He's our key goal scorer, you know, and we need Marcel back in the team now. If he's got an injury, it's going to be a big issue, man.
And you don't know, and we're not sure if Martial's ready to start. You know, Ten Hag's been saying he isn't. So would he go back to Weghorst up front for a bit to keep bringing on this Martial in the last 20 minutes sort of thing like he's been doing, or can we maybe start him? Because if we have to go back to Weghorst and then Anthony and Sancho either side, just kind of Rash is the only one who's really direct at the moment. There's no Garnacho as well. So whilst we get Eriksen and Casemiro back, which is massive pluses, and Martial, it looks like we might be without Marcus Rashford, but hopefully, we don't know yet, hopefully it's not too long.
Yeah.
It could be a bad one for us.
Massive issue with that. If we can't get him back in the side, you saw, wow, he presses well, you know, and it gave Pickford a little bit of an issue, but that creativity is just so good there when it's Rashford and Marcel there. You know, we saw the pass across, the composure, you know, we're talking about people rushing the finishes. Martial's finish was very composed in front of goal, man, and you need that kind of forward in and around. Wout hasn't scored a lot of goals. In terms of the midfield, though, you just mentioned Casemiro and Eriksen. Look how great the team looks when Eriksen comes back, man. I mean, just the composure, the way he sets up I know Bruno's got brilliant long passes as well, and Bruno's really trying to punch them to get us moving forward. But in terms of controlling the game and just making sure that we keep possession, we're sustaining attacks, Eriksen's brilliant at that, man.
Yeah, and even though he was only on for a short time, you could see already, just stroking a couple little passes, he's just going to just get us ticking over again and help us maintain possession much better. Just quickly, the defence. Wan-Bissaka.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Bruck foot, left foot, open goal. Yeah, that's open goal. Yeah, all right, Wambi. Cool.
Yeah.
But other than that, though, this guy, he's doing well, man. He's doing well. He deserves his flowers.
He's pushing Delo. He's really pushing Delo to the next level. And for me, I think it's a thing where who does Ten Hag really want to choose? I don't think anyone can really replicate what Wan-Bissaka does 1v1 defensively. Whereas you can get somebody maybe that's good going forward. I think positionally and the underlapping runs from Delo is next level. But even Wan-Bissaka was shown that today.
Yeah.
You know, Bruno puts up all over the top and Wan-Bissaka's on it, beats his man, tries to create things, crossing today, even had a shooting opportunity today.
He had a wicked little ball. I think he stuffed it through for Sabitzer, and Sabitzer had a volley. I think it went over, but again, good vision. Just like he's actually improving his all-round game. It isn't just like, oh, he can only defend, so we'll bring him in if there's a good winger. It's like, no, he can actually. Now he's actually contributing to the build-up phase, which I never thought I'd be saying that.
Bro, it's unbelievable, Flex. You know, Wan-Bissaka, even David De Gea at times. Listen, Maguire, I'll give Maguire his flowers today as well. Didn't put a foot wrong, really. Won all his headers. Wasn't doing all that annoying pointing at players, what he usually does.
Yeah, he was quick on the ball, decisive with his passing.
Decisive with his passing, Flex. So, you know, Ten Hag, you know, to your point, you know, Wan-Bissaka especially as well, he's improving players.
Who was your man in the match finish off?
Wow, you know, when everyone plays this good and it's a 2-0, you know, the defence, you mentioned the defence there, fantastic defensively. Martinez is like, I'm always skipping over how consistent this man is.
No one's even mentioned him today, actually, to be fair, because it's like you just expect it now. It's like, yeah, Martinez, obviously 8, carry on. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, you're just there.
And I don't want to do that, so I would you know, a beautiful composed header back to De Gea at times, clips through the lines passing, but I'm going to give it to Bruno. You know, he's one of my favourite players, and I really enjoyed this display in the 8. That's 2 back-to-back performances. One against Brentford, really good in the 8 today, and a very good and comfortable composed against Everton.
Does it prove that actually in the right games he can play there? Because you know I'm like against him being that deep.
Yeah.
But actually, even what I've learned in the last couple of games, actually in the right games he can, and in the wrong games he can't.
Yeah.
Like, you know, combative midfield, like away from home, tough, maybe not. But when we're dictating play like that and he's got time and space to do what he needs to do, he can.
Yeah, you're right, perfectly said. And in the last 2 games, I think the other teams have given us a bit more respect on the ball a little bit. It's a fortress here, and Bruno can shine. I think you're spot on with that.
Big up. Love, man. Nice one.